Now, if you've been listening the last few months, you'll know I've been harking on about these guys for quite some time. It went for a while when we had none of their songs on the playlist. Then we had one. Then we got two, and we're kind of like playing them all the time. From Muse, please welcome Matt Bellamy.
Hello there, how's it going?
I'm very well, how are you?
Yeah, I'm actually not bad. I've got like a bit of the old cold that's been going around. Everyone on the tour managed to catch it, and I've just got it last. So apart from that, everything's good though.
Yeah, but everyone has it at that time of year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know, and it's an occupational hazard if you, like myself, work on the radio, or you are the front man of a popular beat combo, as they say. We've been trying to get you in here for ages. I think the fact that a couple of your songs are now heavily rotated on the playlist has got something to do with the fact that you've gone, we are gone, and we'll have an hour of his time. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to get you in here. First of all, though, congratulations on an amazing 12 months of tours and the success of album number 3, Absolution. It went straight in at number 1 here in the UK, didn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think we beat Sting to the number 1 spot, which is
thank God,
which is pretty cool
for Muse.
But he's an old timer, isn't he? So it doesn't really count. But no, apart from that, yeah, it's great to go to number 1. Yeah, it sort of means a lot to me. I think to achieve something like that. I never expected to be able to get that far in a sort of 3-piece rock band. You know what I mean, like a bunch of school kids when we started out and stuff. My dad had another one hit as well, so I kind of
really?
I feel like I've lived up to his expectations.
What did he do?
He was an old group from the 50s called the Tornadoes, who were the first British band to have number 1 in America, actually. Single though, not album. So he's had a number 1 single and a number 1 album. So there you go.
So it runs in the family then.
Kind of, yeah.
He must be delighted with your success.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. He's a painter and decorator, and he's sort of out there. I think he was very proud when we went at number 1 there. Yeah, very good.
Well, if people have just tuned in, if they're wondering who Matt Bellamy is, he's from Muse. Let's just remind everybody of the kind of stuff you're doing at the moment. I think this song is awesome. From Absolution, it's single number 1. It's Time Is Running Out. So a whole bunch of top 20 singles in the last few years, a number 1 album, like we said, with Absolution. Does your increased chart success, and thus your likelihood to become more commercially successful, worry you? Because to me, you seem to be the kind of band who, over the last 10 years, have thrived on a certain degree of anonymity.
I think we've always cared about maintaining independence in terms of control over the kind of music we want to make. That's not necessarily a fear of wanting to become like known by the general public. It's more a case of fear of having too much control for a major record company. I think that's why we set out with independent labels in the beginning, so we could have complete control over making our own kind of music. Whereas I think sometimes on a major label they can often try and control the kind of music you make in order for it to fit in with what is being played on radio, all that kind of thing. But I think we've kind of managed to stick by what we've done from the beginning now, and kind of built up our following through a live through a big live following, I think, because we've always toured excessively. We've always toured intensely. I think that's more the word.
I don't know. From what I've heard about your tours, that word would probably fit as well.
I think we've had moments of excessiveness on tour, but I think we've kind of calmed down on this most recent one, mainly because we're playing these kind of larger gigs now, so we've kind of had to take it easy and kind of maintain our health. Whereas on the last album we were playing more kind of smaller venues and we were a bit more loose, I'd say, and having a few more parties here and there. But we've calmed down a little bit recently.
And you've grown up as well, haven't you? Of course, because Chris has got a family, isn't he?
Yeah, Chris got his 3rd kid now. He's got 3 kids. And,
isn't that scary? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 25. Chris is actually, I think he's only just 25, and he's got 3 kids. And
I feel old because I'm 26, okay. And I can't even think about having 3 children. I can barely look after myself. Yeah. But then I probably don't have the revenue that you guys have got.
Actually, yeah, he had his first kid when he was about 19. I think that's when he had his first kid, and he's always been on the case, on that front. I think he just can't, I think he's always had like 1 kid for every album we've done. So it must be like when he comes off tour, he just kind of gets to work.
Yeah, what is it? I think David Bowie said 27 albums, so let's hope that Chris doesn't stick with Bowie's plan. But I think people will look back at Absolution as the one that kind of launched you as a global band. Obviously, enjoy being a rock star. The crazy days, like we said, are well documented. Your live shows are exceptional, and your skills as a band, now I think probably the best they've ever been. But are you ready for what Chris Martin, I think, probably wasn't? And that's becoming a celebrity that everybody recognises. Surely, Matt, that is going to be a life-changing situation for you.
Well, I'm not sure if I can see that necessarily happening. I think that celebrity comes more from when you become famous for either a certain face or a certain lifestyle or a certain relationship that you're in.
But I think Chris was going to be famous regardless of whether he went out with Gwyneth Paltrow or not.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. But I think that I think that's probably heightened it all. And the whole paparazzi thing, I think, probably wouldn't necessarily been as annoying to him as it probably is now. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I can't really see that level of fame coming our way unless we have a series of